Hi everybody, it's Janine Rogan here, the founder and CEO of the Wealth Building Academy, and I wanted to welcome you to my weekly video series, Wealth Wednesdays. Every Wednesday we're going to dive into a different topic of wealth building, so if you have any questions or topics you want to see covered, be sure to drop them in the comments section below. Today, we're going to be talking about inflation. This is something that has been top of mind for people, with the Bank of Canada just recently announcing that inflation could be as high as 8% for the month of June. Now, this means that items that people normally buy are a lot more expensive than they were a year ago, and this can put a lot of financial strain on individuals as well as households. So there's a few different things that we want to do to make sure that we're managing our finances appropriately and able to combat inflation. Now, the first thing we want to look at is making sure that we do have some cash in our emergency fund on hand. With a looming potential recession coming, having that 3 to 6 months, maybe even more depending on your risk level, in an emergency fund is really important. Now, this money can be sitting in a high interest savings account or a GIC if you're able to break that GIC should you use it. Now, this money should be sitting in a high interest savings account or fixed income, so whether that be a fixed income ETF or a GIC. But a note about GICs, we want to make sure that we're able to still access that money if we do need it. With the cost of living increasing for many people across North America and the global world, it is becoming increasingly more challenging to save money for retirement. So we want to make sure that we are taking advantage of any free money that is offered to us through an employer-sponsored plan like RSP matching. This is free money that you're entitled to, so we want to make sure that we're using it and investing it so that we can continue to grow our wealth. Now, I know the stock market hasn't been doing well this year, but we do want to keep a long-term investment mindset when we're looking at our investments over the course of the last few months. So don't panic. Please don't sell everything. Let's keep investing and keep buying while prices are low, leveraging dollar cost averaging. Now, you may want to consider inflation-resistant investments, things like bonds or fixed income, to help balance that equity stock portfolio. Now, because interest rates have increased so quickly in the last few months, we have not seen bonds perform at the levels we have been expecting them to. But again, let's keep that long-term mindset and let's make sure that our portfolios are appropriately balanced across both equity and fixed income. As we continue to look at building our wealth during an inflationary period, as well as during a potential looming recession, we do want to make sure that we're investing in tax-efficient strategies. So leveraging things like our TFSA or our RSP can be tax beneficial for the long run. Most Canadians are encouraged to invest in their TFSA before they contribute to their RSP, as that cash is more accessible should you need it if a recession did occur. Outside of your emergency fund, we don't want to be keeping piles of money in cash because we want that money to be earning returns and growing our wealth over the long term. It is estimated that 70% of women keep their money in cash, not earning a return that is in line with inflation. This means that you're losing purchasing power over the course of your lifetime, and so we want to make sure that our money is earning at least the level of inflation and hopefully more than that. Last but not least, as I mentioned earlier, we want to make sure that our investment portfolios are well diversified should we see a decrease in any specific industry. So we've seen a decrease in the value of a lot of tech companies lately, and we want to make sure that we're shielding ourselves from that by, again, investing in well diversified investments such as ETFs. If this is something that you're interested in learning about more, I do have a course where I teach you how to build a well-diversified, profitable, sustainable, and ethical portfolio. So you can check that out at thewealthbuildingacademy.com. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you get notified every time there is a new Wealth Wednesday video. And if you have any suggestions for topics, leave them in the comments section below, and I look forward to chatting with you next week.